Hello and welcome to the Daily Line. It's time for our Western Conference NHL playoff preview. Playoffs getting set to go Wednesday night. We got 4 matchups, big card on Thursday, and then we've got the Blackhawks starting things off on Friday night. So we did the Eastern Conference yesterday. You can find that up at the site. Going to run through the Western Conference, all 4 series today. Tell you what we're looking at. Starting things off, Colorado in San Jose. Sharks are laying 235 tonight on the series. They are laying 400. Big price. Ooh, I try to stay away from those big favorites in the series. Too many things can go wrong in the first round, and then you're not really a happy camper the rest of the way. Avs went 2-5-2 in their final 9 games of the regular season. Sharks losing just once in regulation in their past 10 games, 8-1-1. San Jose has been a huge disappointment in the playoffs, but with Rob Blake and Danny Heatley added to the lineup, I think it's time to see some of the other guys that have been letdowns like Thornton, Marleau, step things up. Craig Anderson has been superb in net for the Avalanche all year, but he's shown some weaknesses as the games have gone on. Anderson was 2-2 with a pedestrian 3.28 goals against average this season versus the Sharks, 907 save percentage, and I don't think that's going to be enough to get it done. Injury report for the Cavs has also damaged them with their chances in the playoffs too. We know Matt Duchene's got an upper body injury. Peter Mueller's also been injured. Those guys are listed as probable or as questionable for tonight's game in Game 1 of the series. Duchene was second on the team in goals. He was third in overall points. Going to be tough for Colorado to step up at this level of competition without their top guns in lineup. My pick to win this series is San Jose in 5 games. I don't think they're going to stumble here. Next series to look at, Nashville at Chicago. Predators getting back 320. Tempting bet for some dog bettors because that is a really good number considering how well their goaltending has been. Series doesn't really start till Friday, but while poor goaltending has been the argument for the Blackhawks side, saying what are they going to get it done, the old saying was, I can't remember if it was Wayne Gretzky or Gordie Howe, but he said you can't shoot if you don't score. And if you look at fewest shots allowed in the league this season, number 1 team is the Chicago Blackhawks. They allowed only 25.1 shots per game. Obviously going to be huge if Niemi is going to step up in the playoffs. Nashville was 8th in shots allowed, allowing 29.2. And what I'm actually looking at considering in some of these matchups is going to be betting the under in these games. So we're going to need Rene to stand up and the Chicago Blackhawks to play their team defense that doesn't allow too many of the group of snipers, the collection of snipers on Nashville to break their way in. 5 of 6 games throughout the regular season had less than 5.5 goals between these two. Look for a good number. Think we could get some unders. Chicago's won 6 of the past 8 versus Nashville. While the Preds have hung around, I think it's time for it to cash it in. I'm taking the Blackhawks to get this done in 5 games as well. Going to Los Angeles and Vancouver, the West Coast series. This will give everyone on the East Coast a good excuse to stay up late every night watching hockey. Series price, Canucks, minus 270. We saw them as low as 240, but it was bought up. Brothers are in the spotlight, but it is not just the Sedins getting it done for Vancouver. They have got depth on all levels at the offensive level. Defense was a question mark, and we're seeing Salo come back. Looks like O'Brien and Rome are going to be back in the lineup as well. Goaltending, some people have had some doubts about Luongo with his inflated goals against since the Olympics, but it's not really concerned. The guy's a world-class goaltender. He can flip a switch, turn things on for the playoffs. Think he'll be at the top of his game. Now, goaltending at the other side is a bigger concern when you got Jonathan Quick, 0-3-3 in his past 8 starts, pulled 2 times from the net. That's not what you want to see from your goaltender rolling into the playoffs. Vancouver at 20.9% and LA at 20.8 are 6-7 in the league in power play this year, so discipline's going to be key. You take too many penalties against either one of these teams, offense could make you pay. I'm taking Canucks in 7 to get this series done. Last series from the Western Conference, Detroit playing in Phoenix. They are the road dog favorite / thing. Detroit's basically the favorite in everyone's mind as the 5 seed. They've turned things on since the Olympic break. Hottest team in the league. Series price, Red Wings minus 190. It's the first time since 1991 that Detroit has had to start a first-round series on the road. Series price for Phoenix has come down a little bit, so they're getting some dog money. But a lot of this series, just like we talked about in the last series, is going to come down to power play, penalty kill. Phoenix, not the strongest team on the power play, actually dead last out of the 16 teams during the regular season that have made the playoffs. But when it comes to 5-on-5 play, I was surprised to see that the Coyotes ranked 5th in the NHL overall in teams on 5-on-5 ice time. They're plus 1.15 plus to the goals average. So if they can keep their penalties down, that is going to be a key. With Breeze Galov at the other end, that's going to be another key. And against an unproven playoff goaltender, young Jimmy Howard, rookie, could be stellar, but we don't know that yet. I'm leaning towards a dog in this series as well. I like the money we're getting back on Phoenix. Plus 165. My pick is Coyotes in 6. Home ice is going to be huge. That is the Western Conference for you. For write-ups, for info, for daily pubs and plays, check out BetRepublic.com. Stadiums, we're sending out plays all the time. It's playoff time, guys. Good luck with your bets. For everyone at BetRepublic.com, I'm Jarvis Symes. We'll see you next time.